What's cracking, people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Sudeki. In the last one, we began our journey into the Realm of Shadows, where we were assailed by zombies and zombies and zombies galore. In this one, we found this hut on top of this hill, hoping we could find a way to open the gate at the bottom of the hill in it. Take a look. Hexam's house. Well, whoever this Hexam guy is, I hope he has some information for us. The book appears to be written in some ancient language. Ancient tomes containing anthropomorphic legends and deeds of Mo line the bookshelves. Okay, so gives you an idea of who this belongs to. Someone who believes in Mo. Buki, was the role really necessary?
I dreamt you might come. My name is Hexam, descendant of Mo. How did you get here?
We just appeared here.
You mean you used the portal?
It would be more accurate to say that it used us.
Then you don't have a navigation stone.
Sir, we don't have a clue.
Well, you must have activated the portal somehow. Perhaps there was a surge of magical power that sparked it off. In any case, without a navigation stone, you might be stuck.
Stuck?
The portal system, or Shadow Nexus, was made centuries ago, before the time of separation. It is how we anthropomorphs arrived here. Alas, not everyone made it in time, and there are precious few of us left alive now. We have failed to make our nirvana here.
Fascinating, I'm sure, but we simply must get back home. Where can we find one of those stones?
Originally, there was only one navigation stone. However, when Haigu split the world of Sudeki in two, the stone was smashed. The largest section, the Stone of the Worlds, was given to Lord Farrick's law to guard. Another segment fell into the hands of a shopkeeper named Kamo. The final segments were lost to the agents of Haigu in the dark world of Akloria. But of course, you do not need to know all this. I cannot allow you to take the navigation stone in any case. It's powerful and can be used for good or evil. Because of this, it was decided that only an anthropomorphic warrior may claim the artifact from its master. This is the law of the gods.
I am Buki, a warrior of the Shadani tribe. I could claim this stone.
Very well. But mark my words, with this stone comes responsibility. Your only hope for returning home is to travel north and find the navigation stone that rests in Farrick's Law's island tomb. This key will open the tomb, but know that the spirits within will defend Farrick's to the last. If you manage to defeat the stone's undead guardians, then it will fall upon you, young Buki, to climb up to the stone's resting place and claim it. If you are worthy, the gods will speak to you there.
Convenient! So, I guess we have our next goal. You can go to X and ask to rest if you are in need of healing. So, that little prompt up there. This is why I said this particular area is a very good place to farm these spirit orbs, because you can rest at Hexam's place free of charge and get a full bill of health and spirit. Every time you come back down this hill, the enemies have a chance of respawning. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We also have some level up stuff got to allocate last episode, but we'll get to that in a second here. One thing about these Eagle Knights, they are some beefy mothers, and they do not go down easy. Okay, well, I missed this now. Let's go ahead and give it a shot.
My claws
foes will taste blood. Then they shall feast deeply.
So she didn't say the quote this time around, but there was a quote that Buki says when she uses Launch Frenzy that it is beyond savage. Like, he essentially says, you're gonna catch hands so bad, your soul's gonna be away. So I guess, technically speaking, these are her ancestors' souls, so... yeah. Oh look, Elco got another level up. I guess because Elco's so far behind in terms of levels, it just makes sense he's gonna level up really fast. Let's another one of these. So let's go ahead and allocate some levels real fast, shall we? So, Tal has one. So Iron Warrior pretty much makes it where people take 70% they take 70% less damage. I think that's going to be pretty good here. It's not going to last too long again. In fact, his essence is pretty low, but it is a good skill to have. Elco has 3. So what we're going to do, we're going to get Trick Shot. This one launches a single grenade-sized shot that explodes on contact. And once again, the more essence he has, the more damage it does. Trust me on this, it's one of Elco's best attacks. So you really do want to hold on to it. So we're going to go to his essence here. We're going to boost his essence one time, and then we're going to boost his health again because he's one of our mages. So we are going to need to make sure he has some survivability on him. Now, as we're going through this, I believe we're coming to another part here. Okay, yes. So we unlocked the gate using Thicccc. Now we're coming across another spirit bridge. Earlier we picked up an orb. If we go through this bridge, you note that the demon skulls have changed color. They now give back health and spirit points, so long as you have the spirit orb on you, and so long as you're still in the section of the bridge. I want to say I think there's one section where you have to come across 2 separate bridges. Oh yeah, your ghost orb. That's bad. It's my bad. Ghost orb. So as long as you have that on, whenever you finish crossing a bridge segment, you will lose the orb. That is how that works. But luckily, most segments always have a ghost orb lying around. So now we have another one, and we can use this to effectively keep ourselves healthy. Let's go map. I think we're at the max level, are we? And this just we got that water claw shell. Ooh dear. Let's go ahead and save real fast. Okay, and now we're going to continue on our merry little way. Now that we're here somewhat, I want to bring up something. Oh, this room. Okay. These are the spirits of the fallen warriors doomed to an eternity in this hall of heads. So as you go through this, you're going to see all these decapitated heads, gore, all that good stuff. Of the enemies you've been fighting, some of them will be speaking to you. If you want to listen to all they have to say, I'll let you know in your own time. Looks like there's a head missing from this spike. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, no, you But you want to hear all they have to say, I do encourage you on your own time. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the better thing about it. We get like 2 different brick segments, and once you finish crossing it, that's when you get your stuff back. I should also mention that you only get restored based on what character you're controlling. So you can't just use like Buki to heal the whole party. You have to pretty much switch between each character actively to get the effect. So it's not the best form of healing, but it does help if you have like a character who's really low on health and you don't have any more potions of orbs. Meet Barrett's lore. He's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because he is fast, and I can never really fight him with melee characters. So what we're going to do, because he has a lot of people around him, is we're going to swap to Allish, and we're going to do this number here. Pure Land.
Queen of Light, banish those who assail us.
Did a good chunk of damage there. I believe every time you do a certain amount of damage, Ferric's Lore will summon more enemies to help him out. So I do think I effectively did kind of waste that there, but it gets the point across that it did a lot of his health bar, so I don't mind it too much. Okay. Okay, so we got. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I was actually hoping that guy will weaken me, because then I can do this number right here.
Shocking stuff, huh?
So. Okay. So yeah, so that's pretty much how we're going to handle this. Because everybody's kind of low on health, let's go ahead and switch to Allish again here and have her heal us up.
You can't resist my healing kiss.
There we go. And let's switch back to Buki. And call a little wolf friend.
Come, my guardian spirit. We will hunt again.
Oh, by the way, you actually cannot skip these animations, so. Oh right, I forgot about that. Well, he stunned me. Another thing to keep in mind with Ferrix is that he will attack whatever character you're controlling.
Think I'm in trouble here?
Okay, so now we're going to do. Tesla shield real fast, so we can give Buki regen and pretty much nullify that effect. And then we're going to have Buki herself cast regen.
The spirits guide this way to us. Breathe deep, my friends.
So now we all have regen. And just so that way. Oh, we are really cracking through Ferrix's health, aren't we? Yeah, I'm gonna try to get these spirit wars real fast. These. Keep on running. Don't mind me, fellas. And then we're going to try to get Ferris again. No, wait, I'm out. Come on. Right, it's out. We haven't even wanted them. using a talisman in a while. Let's use his geyser charge.
The earth and you shall feel my rage!
That's a lot of damage. That is by far Tal's most damaging move, especially when it crits. Oh, good lord, does this do a lot of damage. Alright, so just now we got, between fighting Gara and Ferrix Lord, we got two of the best scrolls in the game for augmentations. And I will show those off when we first get a chance. Going to go back to Buki real fast. Open this up. Yeah, that was Ferrix Lord. I'm doing a Starflare Vial. Okay, I want to show something else off. Let's go ahead and take a look at that particular thing. I think that's one of the best items in the game, right? Yeah, it restores 2000 HP to all player characters. It's one of the best healing items in the game. It's not the best, but one of the best. So let's go ahead and get Buki's last two abilities. This is basically Buki's straight in a line attack, and her Path of Word I think is one of her special moves, which as it says, it slows the roll down and allows her to move faster. Tal, this one I don't remember using too much, or this one as well, but I see the reason why we can't go ahead and get them real fast. And then we'll show them off a little bit later. Allish. Probably cut past that. Allish has another ability here as well. Where she has another ability here as well. Let's go ahead and let's actually boost her. Let's boost her. Let's go ahead and boost her skill. Just to get her a little bit more, get a few more attacks out of her before she's spent. And does Elco have anything? Yeah, Elco has one. Okay. Let's actually boost Elco's power this time around. And then we'll do his S's next. And from there, let's open up this chest.
Praise to the gods.
Acquired a debilitator, a weapon for Elco. Now this one, which one was this again? Ah yes, weaken. This is one of his other ones. This is a steady firing weapon that weakens its victims, making them cause half damage, does little damage. Transcendent scientists create the debilitator when they discovered that sonic waves induce nausea. The waves weaken enemies as their vital organs reverberate at sickening frequencies. So it's not a bad weapon for him, and it complements. Let's check here. It appears this place has seen many battles. It complements Alish's particular status ailment ability on her weapon. So we use these in tandem. You do pretty good. You can do pretty good damage against enemies. It's too bad that there are some enemies that are just outright immune to it. Bosses are completely immune to pretty much all status ailments. Go across this path here.
Buki, you must serve your people now as never before. By touching this stone, you contact your ancestors and earn the right to call upon my servant Mo. The fate of worlds now rests on your shoulders.
Hang up navigation zone. So let's go ahead and check out Buki's new armor. The Mist Tiger, made from the cursed hides of mist tigers, strange and elusive beasts that were hunted to extinction. I wonder why. Now the one thing about this particular armor, and it does continue the trend that Buki is more of a wild child than a child of man. Because the one thing this particular armor does is, where Allish has lost her cheeks, Buki has now shown hers. So yeah, for those y'all looking for a little bit of cheek, there you go.
Tetsu has spoken to me and granted me the Stone of the Worlds. We must thank Hexam for opening our eyes to this place. With the Navigation Stone, all Omnia is open to us.
Interesting. So now I'm gonna kind of bring up something, and you guys might have seen hints of it throughout the story, and it really kind of came into focus with conversation with Hexam. And that is that whereas Tal and Allish kind of have this preteen flirtiness to it, Buki and Elco are at odds with each other. Buki is a religious individual. Yeah, it shows very clearly, and I think that's what they were going for. I'm not going to say that it's like a particularly stereotypical thing. I don't think that's what they were going for. That's what the creators were going for. I think they more or less wanted to have this dichotomy, because every single character in the game, I think we can make the pretty safe assumption, is Asian inspired. I think we can make that assumption. So I mean, if you look at the artwork for each of the characters, they don't look like how Buki has like darker skin. She still looks kind of like English, like that you can tell they're from the same area of the world. It's just that one's in the sunlight more often than the other. Elco, even though his portrait doesn't show it, he also has much like complexion, that kind of stuff. Buki is more or less a kind of a tribal character, and she's meant to be more connected to nature, more religious. As a result, I think that they were trying to go back here. Okay, so because I need him to pull Elco up for this, so I can get his SP back up. Elco, on the other hand, he's an atheist. He's a scientist, specifically. And in the story, I don't think they really communicate the difference or the similarities between the two very well. Put it like this. One of them very clearly gets the short end of the stick, and not in the sense that the developers didn't want to give time to properly explore both sides of the argument, but in the sense that I don't think they had time to actually explore either side of the argument. Advantage. We got a fight on our hands right now. So let's go ahead and call Oculus the Wolf.
My savage friend, your skills are needed.
And I want to bring this up now because yeah, car the shelters. It's like you shut your mouth. I want to bring this up now because it is something that does legitimately bug me when it comes to the writing, because the writing is otherwise solid. It's a simplistic story. I don't think you're ever going to be able to say that Sudeki is a deep, thought-provoking story. It's not going to be one of those things that's going to change your life forever. It's more of a fun sci-fi steampunk adventure that you can just kind of go through whenever you just need something interesting to do, sit down. But the story that is there is still worth listening to, in my opinion. But Elco, just from what I'm looking at, and from my memories of the game, especially near the end of the game, he doesn't get a lot of development. He doesn't. It doesn't say that he doesn't get any development at all. It's just not a lot. Because he's supposed to come off as this scientist in this world of magic. There is magic around. He acknowledges that there is magic. He acknowledges that there are mystical properties. But he acknowledges them in the sense that they can be used for a practical level up there. That they can be used in a practical sense, that they can be used to improve the lives of those around them. I think we'll give her essence one more upgrade, then we got to get her power up. And I don't think. What's going on again? Right. And I think it's supposed to be an analogy to how in the real world, we have people who are very connected to nature, connected to the world, and people who are spiritual, and we also have people who are practical and atheistic. But I don't think Elco, on that side of the argument, on the practical atheistic side, gets a lot of development in such a way, in the same way that Buki does, because there will come a point in the game where so I think they both come off as like both on the extreme of both ends of the spectrum, and I think one side gets treated more fairly than the other in terms of time, and that's why I keep saying that this game wasn't completely finished. But we'll get more into that in a later part. For now, today's part comes to an end. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later.